Hey guys, we are a few days away from Boston and I am working on packing my suitcase, and I just wanted to share a few of the things that I think are really helpful to have for the Boston Marathon. I also wanted to share that it is really important that you put anything that is race related or race specific or really important to you, make sure you put it in your carry-on. If you were checking a bag, don't put it in your check bag because it can get lost, things can happen to luggage. So if it is important to you and it is race related, definitely make sure you put it in your carry-on. So I'm gonna go ahead and step inside and I'm gonna show you guys what I am putting in my carry-on for the Boston Marathon. So I'm gonna start first of all with things that I recommend having on the plane with you. Number one, something inspirational to read. Last year I read this one, I highly recommend it. This is another great one about the history of the Boston Marathon. So bring something inspirational to read on the plane. I'm also bringing a mask as well as hand sanitizer. I also have goodie powder. Last year I got a really bad headache after the plane ride. Also snacks for good sleep at night. Melatonin is always something I want to have on hand, as well as earplugs just in case, especially if you were sharing a room with other people you're not used to being with. One thing that you also want to pack that I think a lot of people don't think about is you need a whole running outfit for any shakeout run that you plan on doing. So yes, you have all of your race clothes, but then also don't forget to pack a whole outfit to wear for any shakeout run that you may go to. So what I'm doing is the shoes that I'm going to wear in the shakeout run. These are some New Balance that I have retired. I'm gonna wear them in the shakeout run, and then they're also going to be the shoes that I am going to wear the morning of the marathon, that I will switch right before it starts and donate those to Goodwill and put on my racing shoes. So outfit for a shakeout run, pair of shoes for shakeout run, and those shoes can also be the ones that you wear the morning of the marathon. So for the morning of the marathon, I recommend having sunblock. It looks like for this year, 2024, it's gonna be sunny. Sunblock, Body Glide, obviously your race kit, your racing shoes that you can have tied around your neck because they're not gonna fit in the bag. I'll get to the bag in just a minute, but this is what I did last year is I wore my throwaway shoes, I had my clothes on, I had these tied around my neck. Obviously Garmin, don't forget your Garmin charger. If you have long hair, your stuff for your hair. I like to bring a pen to write on my hand what miles I'm gonna take my gels, just so I don't have to think about that. Then I have what I normally eat in the morning, as well as my sunglasses and my headphones. Now, a quick note about those. Anything that you have on your body race morning, you're either gonna have to throw away or donate. So like put your sunglasses on, but don't bring this. And if you have headphones that have a case, don't bring the case or you're never gonna see it again. So I'm probably gonna put mine in just a Ziploc bag to have with me until the race starts. So those, then you also will probably want to put on a sweatshirt and some pants and socks that you are willing to give to Goodwill, because anything, like I said, anything that you have on your body or in your gallon bag that you take on the bus, you either need to wear with you in the race or donate it to Goodwill. You're not gonna see it again. There's no check bag at the start. So I have my pants, my hoodie, my socks, and those shoes, and those are all going to be given to Goodwill. I also am going to pack, just in case, some things. I have my gloves and a pair of arm sleeves, just in case it does turn cold. Right now it looks like for 2024 it's gonna be on the warmer side. We're not gonna need them, but I'm gonna pack them just because they don't take up a whole lot of space, and you never know, weather can change at the last minute. So I'm gonna pack those as well. Then this stuff right here, this is really important, and this is what makes Boston different from a lot of other races, is when you get on the bus, you are allowed to have, you have to use the bag that they give you, but it's similar to like a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. Everything has to fit in that bag with the exception of obviously like you can wear a poncho if it's raining, or you can have that in there. I also had a trash bag just to sit on while I was waiting. So in mine, my little bag that they gave me to take on the bus, here's what I had: graham crackers to snack on the bus, because I've eaten my breakfast, but I still have a couple hours before I start. So I have graham crackers. Then I have a water bottle. Obviously this will have water in it. I just have it empty right now because I'm flying and you can't have liquids through security. So a water bottle that you're okay with throwing away. I have my 2 gels because as I've mentioned in some of our other videos, the first gel station is not until mile 12, and that is way too late for most people. So I am packing 1 for mile 5, 1 for mile 9, and then the first one on the course is around 12.5, and from then on, they have 3 more stations, so I will get the remainder of my gels from there. Then I'm also going to have chapstick. Again, this is gonna get thrown away, but that's okay. I have tons of them. I don't wanna start a race with chapped lips, as well as Kleenex, just in case I need to blow my nose, or also if there is no toilet paper in the porta potty. I didn't have an issue with that last year, but it's always good to be prepared there. Also have a trash bag to sit on in case the ground is wet and I just want to sit down while I am waiting in Athletes Village. So after the race, after you cross the finish line, you may want to check a bag if your hotel is not right there close to the finish line. And some things that you might want to have in your check bag are compression sleeves, wet wipes to wipe off the sweat, protein powder. I mentioned this in a previous video, but there is not a whole lot of protein in the bag that you get when you cross the finish line. So if you don't want to rely on that and want to have your own protein, which I definitely recommend, pack some protein powder or even a protein bar. Then the big item, the Boston Marathon jacket. There are some people who will say, wear it all weekend, it doesn't matter, but there are a lot of people who will get really worked up about this and say, you only wear the Boston jacket for that year after you run the race. So you may want to put that in your check bag, so after it's over, you can put it on. You may also want to pack a change of clothes again if you are staying someplace that is far from the finish line so that you can change. You may want to put on different shoes, and then also may need some Advil. I recommend bringing a bag for your sweaty clothes. I feel like that's always something that's really important to have separate from everything else. So those are some of the things that I like to have. Those are the things that I'm putting in my suitcase for Boston Marathon weekend. I would love it if you would drop a comment below and let me know, what have I forgotten? What are your must-haves for marathon weekend? And if this has been helpful for you, please click like. And if you haven't watched some of our other Boston Marathon weekend videos, be sure to subscribe and check those out as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.